Hello, I'm Brigantia, Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Sunday. It's time for our introduction to the Dagda. Who is the Dagda? The Dagda is the chief of the pantheon of the Tuatha De Danann. The use of the definite article the before Dagda indicates a title as opposed to a personal proper name, much the way the Morrigan also refers to a title. For some Celtic peoples, the Scottish, for example, they do still follow this customs with chief or clans, particularly if we're talking about previous periods in history. For example, the Drummond, the Mackenzie, the Bruce, as in Robert the Bruce. Now, the meaning of the title, the Dagda, is translated as the good god or the great god. Other titles that belong to him include Éced O'Halair, meaning horseman or all-father, Furbeen, the horned man, Ruad Rofhesa, lord of great knowledge, Dare, the fertile one, and Kirky, striker. Now, this is not an exhaustive list of titles, but these are among the ones that are the most common. His appearance is that of a giant man. He's thought to be very oafish in his manners and sloppy in his dress and grooming, but all around good-humored. He's said to have a long beard, generally thought to be pretty unkempt. His clothes were notoriously the wrong size, and they just did not keep his form adequately covered. Apparently there was some issue with the good old-fashioned butt crack and an overflowing belly. But despite this, he was still regarded as being good-looking. Goes to show how much the bone structure can make up for the flaws of personal appearance, doesn't it? I have heard some people speculate that this slovenly appearance in the mist was the invention of Christian monks, but as always, we don't know for sure. What else is new? So let's go on to his family. Now, when it comes to his parents, accounts vary. The first possibility is that he's the son of Elatha, his father, and Ethniu, his mother, who is sometimes referred to as the daughter of King Baelor. The second possibility is that Badern was his father, and the third possibility is that the goddess Dana was his mother. He had several siblings. We have Ogma, from whom we have the Ogham writings, and then we have Nuada. And depending on what source you're reading, the Dagda, Ogma, and Nuada are sometimes presented as being a god of three forms, coexisting as a triumvirate. Nuada being the king, the Dagda being more of an advisor, day-to-day chieftain, and then Ogma being the champion. Now, the Dagda was known to have a wife, and he was known to have a plethora of mistresses. His wife, of course, was the Morrigan. And amongst those mistresses, the one I hear referred to most often is Boann, but don't be surprised when you hear, this goddess or that lady having had dealings with him. He had quite a few children, as you would expect. Amongst his sons are Bob Durg, who is the eldest and next in line to be king of the Tuatha De Danann. Then we have Angus, god of love, who we got acquainted with in February. We have Aed, god of the underworld. Kermait, also called Honeymouth, who was famously killed by the god Lud for having an affair with Lud's wife. Then we have Dian Ket, god of healing, and we have Medir, who I believe also fostered Angus, if I'm remembering properly. Now, as for his daughters, we have Bridget, goddess of fire, healing, and the home, and we have Ain, goddess of summer and wealth. So, some basic information about the Dagda. He was the god of life and death, fertility, agriculture, magic, and druidry. He's known for carrying several magical objects, a cauldron of plenty, a harp that can arrange the seasons and the people, and a club that he carried of life and death. One side of it brought someone to life, the other part would kill them. He lived at Bruna Boyne, which is a series of ancient mounds by the Boyne River and County Meath of Ireland. It is believed that these mounds were constructed around 3200 BCE, which would make it older than Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids. So, very interesting tidbit there. One mound is called Newgrange and is aligned with the rising sun at the winter solstice. The Dagda is known to have owned two pigs. One was always growing and the other was always roasting. And he also had an orchard that was always in fruit. So, this is just to whet your appetite about the Dagda. We will be getting to know him better over the course of the next few weeks. If you would like to discuss him further, I hope you'll come see us at Blackbird's Brew. There's a link to join in the description box below. And of course, like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.